Nero in the arts and popular culture. Nero, Claudius, Caesar, Augustus, Germanicus, and his reign have featured in music, literature, the arts, and in business. Literature. Cinquix, Henrik, 1896. Quo Vadis, The Persecutions of Christians in Nero's Rome. Castellani d'Esso, 1922. Nero, the Bloody Poet, a novel imagining Nero's crimes as the acts of an envious poet. Graves, Robert, 1934. I Claudius, Nero is depicted prior to the death of his predecessor, Emperor Claudius. Giles, Mary Frances, 1947. Nero fiddled while Rome burned. The classical journal explores the history behind the legend of Nero playing the fiddle as Rome burned. Wishart, David, 1996. Nero, Nero's reign seen through the eyes of Titus Petronius. Massey, Allen, 1999. Nero's heirs, the death of Nero and the civil war that followed. Holt, Tom, 2003. A Song for Nero, Nero's double is killed, and the real Nero must try to survive as a street musician. Scott, Mando, 2010. The Emperor's Spy, the story of the Great Fire of Rome featuring Nero as a secondary character. Riordan, Rick, 2016-2020. The trials of Apollo, Nero, and two other evil Roman emperors have survived into modern times because their infamy has essentially made them gods. Nero is known as the Beast and serves as the adoptive father of one of the heroes of the series, demigod Meg McCaffrey. Nero is an antagonist in the entire series, but is featured most prominently in the first and last books of the Pentalogy. In the first book, The Hidden Oracle, Nero tries to destroy the Grove of Dodona and is thwarted by Meg and Apollo. In the final book, The Tower of Nero, Apollo, Meg, and their friends must have a final showdown with Nero and his minions at his headquarters in New York. George's Margaret, 2017. The Confessions of Young Nero, the story of Nero's rise to power is told by the young emperor himself. George's Margaret, 2018. The Splendor Before the Dark, continuation of the story to the final years of Nero's reign. Comics/graphic novels. The Adventures of Nero. The title character Nero is named after the Roman emperor. In his debut appearance, the character believes himself to be the emperor himself after drinking poisoned beer. Later, he regains his sanity, while all characters keep referring to him as Nero from that moment onwards. In the album De Rote Kaiser, The Red Emperor 1952, Nero travels back in time to ancient Rome and actually meets the real Emperor Nero. The Phantom Nero is said to have been the original owner of the Phantom's skull ring. Art. Salvador Dali's Dematerialization Near the Nose of Nero, 1949. Henryk Siemoradsky's A Christian Dirce, 1897. Nero's Torches depicts Christians being martyred on Nero's orders, 1876. John William Waterhouse's The Remorse of Nero after the murder of his mother, 1878. In 2010, the municipality of Anzio dedicated a statue of the emperor born in Antium by Claudio Valenti. Software and video games. Nero AG and its products Nero, Nero Digital, Nero Burning ROM and E2ROM, Nero Showtime, and features a pictogram of a burning Rome. Fate/Extra, Fate/Extella, and Fate/Grand Order. A female version of Nero serves as a playable character that the player's avatar can interact with. Rise, Son of Rome, Nero plays as the antagonist. His sons portrayed in the game share no kinship with the real-life emperor and were rather based on real emperors Basil I, Basil Roman II, and Commodus. Devil May Cry. Nero is the co-protagonist of Devil May Cry 4 and 5. He is the son of the character half-demon, half-human Virgil, as well as the nephew of the series protagonist Dante, making him grandson of Sparta. Film. The Sign of the Cross, Charles Laughton as Nero. Fiddler's 3, Francis L. Sullivan as Nero. Quo Vadis, Peter Ustinov as Nero. The Silver Chalice, Jacques Aubuchon as Nero. Roman Legion Hare, Mel Blanc as Nero. Nero. Nero's Weekend, Alberto Sordi as Nero. The Story of Mankind, Peter Lorre as Nero. Barabbas, Ivan Trisault as Nero. Challenge of the Gladiator, a Nero look-alike fools the Thracians into believing he is the real emperor. Star Trek, Eric Bana's character is named Nero. A song on the soundtrack is named Nero Fiddles. Narada Burns. History of the World, Part I. Dom DeLuise portrays a humorous version of Nero. Nero's Guests documentary film My Deepa Baisha follows the work of journalist P. Sainath in reporting the agrarian crisis in India and draws a comparison between citizens indifferent to the devastation of farmers and Nero's guests at the festivities, who continued their enjoyment by the light of human torch. PBS Secrets of the Dead documentary The Nero Files calls for a cold case investigation. Written and directed by Klaus T. Steindl. Horrible Histories, the movie, Craig Roberts as Nero. Money Heist Part 5 Episode 1. The Professor Money Heist played by Cirio Marquina mentions Nero. Music. Bob Dylan's Desolation Row references Nero from the album Highway 61 Revisited. Carol Krill's Vivage references Nero from Caravana Mraku. Otwo's Mercy references Nero from How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. Bad Religion's Materialist references Nero from The Process of Belief. Ulver's Nemoralia references Nero from The Assassination of Julius Caesars. Modest's Nero's Gardens references Nero from the album The Man Who Was Thursday. Stage productions. Opera. Rigoberto's Nerone. George Friedrich Handel's Agrippina, and a lost earlier opera called Nero. Pietro Mascagni's Nerone. Claudio Monteverdi's Ellen Coronizziani di Papi. Anton Rubinstein's Neuron. Alessandro Scarlatti's Nerone Fatto Cesare 1695. Egidio Duni's Nerone 1735. Plays. Television. The 1965 Doctor Who serial The Romans Derek Francis. The time tunnel episode The Ghost of Nero revolves around the ghost of the emperor attempting to kill the descendant of his successor Galba. Claudius Christopher begins. Peter and Paul Julian Fellows. Nero Hans Matheson. Ancient Rome, The Rise and Fall of an Empire Michael Sheen. Horrible Histories Jim Howick. NCIS rekindled. Gibbs calls arsonist Billy Wayne Nero during Wayne's interrogation. Succession in Lion in the Meadow. Tom tells Greg about the story of Nero and Sporus, and then tells him he would castrate and marry him. Later in All the Bells Say, Tom calls Greg Sporus as they discuss partnering up in a business deal. See also Nero character in DB.com page.